Hey everybody, welcome back to part 5. Now that we've defeated the curse-rotted Greatwood, we can talk to Ludleth over here and exchange our transposing kiln for his special ability, which is to create weapons out of the boss souls that we defeated. So as you can see, I've obtained the Vort Great Hammer. That was from the first boss and that was the weapon that he wielded. And now that we've done that, we'll need to fight Champion Gundyr again, so that once we kill him, we can get the Prisoner's Chain. Now, you might not remember, the Prisoner's Chain is what we need to carry, to have the ability to carry our Black Knight set, as well as the heavy Black Knight weapons. In addition to letting us carry more weight, it lets us have 5 more vitality and 5 more endurance for having the stamina to attack and roll while we're fighting with our Black Knight weapons. Because those Black Knight weapons do huge damage, but they also consume a lot of stamina. Applying the same strategy I did with Udex Gundyr, the first boss. Just parrying all the obvious moves, getting 2 quick slashes in, and following up with a repost animation when he's down. If you remember last time I lost to him, I tried once and got my ass kicked. Let's give this fight another whirl and see how we do. Something to remember, you can't parry the grab or the punch attacks, only weapons. And I love his charge attack, it's really easy to parry. Almost got him here. Now that attack is actually parryable that I got my ass kicked by last time. It's just the timing's a bit different. That shoulder tackle is really annoying and that covers a huge area quickly. So he caught me there with that shit. And on the ground as well. That was close. I'm not going to risk parrying here because I'm low on HP. Now here we drank our Estus away from his hitbox, and again over here you're actually able to dodge every enemy's attack if you stand in the exact spot where their hitboxes aren't present. Players usually use this when they're doing a no rolling run, for example. And there we have it. Thank you very much, Champion Gundyr, sir. It was a pleasure. Cool, now we've got a soul. Now we can transpose it using the transposing kiln and create our Prisoner's Chain. I'm going to light this bonfire over here and grab our first Black Knight weapon, which we actually don't need to farm. It's just sitting there in a corner, which is this Black Knight glaive. I've already started farming the Black Knight set. As you can see, I'm wielding the gauntlets and the leggings, and I'm going to show you guys where I farm the set fighting these 4 Black Knights. But first let's upgrade our Black Knight glaive to a little bit so we can start using it effectively. And of course our Estus, the last place we obtained our shard from. So I'm going to upgrade it to +2. Now remember, this is equivalent to +4. This is a special weapon that uses Twinkling Titanite, not regular Titanite shards, so regular ones count as +4, whereas this one is +2, which is the equivalent of +4. It sounds confusing, but this is used for matchmaking, especially invading. Okay, now we're going to go to Ludleth again. And get our Prisoner's Chain. We have 2 choices here, get the glaive as the weapon or the ring. I highly recommend the chain because it allows you to wield and wear heavier stuff, making you more resilient. So now we're level 30, we've got 30 strength, 30 dex, and as you can see our HP went up a little bit. We still can't wield the shield, but we can have our life ring, so let's get a little bit more life. You can see that difference in health, that's a huge amount in terms of survivability. So now we've defeated Champ, let's go to his area and I'll show you guys who we're farming for the rest of the armor, as well as the great axe and great sword, which can be found in this area. So you might remember this is like the first area, but in the past, and as you can see, it's populated by 4 Black Knights scattered through the zone. Here's our first variety. This guy drops the armor set as well as the great axe, which is the hardest hitting of the Black Knight weapons. Now, an easy way to kill these guys is to use the Dark Hand or any dark weapon, because they're weak to dark damage. Ooh, he got me good there. We've killed him, and extremely lucky here. We got both pieces that were missing. Now let's try and not die here. Whoa. Run! Now this great sword variety is very deceptive. He likes to delay his attacks, and just when you think you can backstab him, he does another slash, so be careful. See there? Sneaky bastard. It doesn't matter if you faint, because you can just spawn at the bonfire from the boss room and just keep trying until you learn their attack patterns. There we go, now we have our awesome new chest piece. We're a bit too heavy to have the whole set, so I'm going to remove the life ring, and we finally have our base Black Knight set. Doesn't it look gangster? Now over here in the past version of Firelink Shrine, it's an amazing key item which comes in handy. The coiled sword fragment. Now this is just like the Homeward Bone except infinite, so we can warp back to bonfires whenever we please, and it doesn't deplete. Okay, so I farmed the guys a bit more. It takes a while, but we finally got the great sword. And I'm going to show you guys the moves. This is the one-handed heavy attack, which is really cool, and this is the follow-up. As you can see, it consumes our entire stamina bar. Two-handed does a slam down and a slam up, but this second heavy attack, which is two-handed heavy attack, is called the space launch, which when hitting enemies launches them straight up and does huge damage. It's my favorite attack for that weapon. Cool, well now we can continue our adventure as our base version of a Black Knight. We need a couple of more rings to be able to wield the great axe and the great sword without actually fat rolling. But for now, let's use the glaive, which is already extremely powerful. As you can see, it one-shot that giant rat we fought before. Now we can open this door because we obtained a key from the handmaiden. You might remember that was by getting the ashes where that giant shot huge arrows at us. Hello, skelly friend. Goodbye, skelly friend. This is the one-handed heavy attack, which does 2 tornado spins. And as you can see, our weight, if you saw in the top right of that screen, was exactly 70%, so we can't wield anything more, otherwise we'll fat roll. This crystal lizard drops a heavy gem if I can kill him, which if you're doing a strength build is really essential because it makes your weapon scale more with strength, doing way more damage. Sneaky little trap bastard here. Let's give him a heavy attack, see how he likes it. Delicious. The Black Knight weapon is just too powerful for the zone, it just wrecks everything. Now I use throwing knives to get this hidden item up here hanging on this body, but it requires a bit of manual aim, so we're going to have to fiddle around with the camera left and right until you get it just right. As you can see, it's a bit annoying, it takes a few attempts. There we have it. We're rewarded with a blessed shield, which when we equip it slowly replenishes our HP. And And the more we upgrade it, the higher the regen rate of the replenishment is. As you can see, the one-handed attack for this glaive covers a huge area, but it only attacks directly in front. The rolling attack is a nice sweep slash, which is very useful and comes out very quickly. I use it a lot in PvP as well. Up here we have a hidden door which contains this NPC chick. She's just like a miracle selling merchant. Blah blah blah, she gives us a new gesture, the prayer. And of course we'll accept the services so we can purchase miracles if we want, but I'm not going to do so in this playthrough. That guy sitting on the right you may have seen was her Knight Protector, and if you kill him you get his awesome black, similar armor to this, but it looks a bit fat for my taste. As we approach the lift, another new NPC pops up. This is the Fatty Knight, the Onion Knight, Sigurd of Katarina. Now the reason why I hopped up the lift there was to access the second secret lift, which takes us up to the top of the tower. You might remember that giant archer, this is where he resides. Most new players will be tempted to kill him because of his annoying arrows that he flung at us, but if you just chat to him...
Who are you?
Now he's our friend, and now his arrows won't do any damage while doing huge splash damage to everything around us, which is really handy. I'm going to show you guys a secret on this lift. There's actually a platform halfway up the tower, and you can roll off just like that. Now up ahead is a new type demon. This is a demon that's part of the lore. These Black Knights were designed to fight. So these weapons that the Black Knights have that are massive were exclusively designed to kill these Chaos Demons. So they do more damage to these guys as well as stunning them. Get back over here, boy. Daddy wants some more. Well, that was a dumb move and I got hit a little bit. But as you can see here, he doesn't stand a chance. Fatty Knight couldn't even get a hit in before we killed it. Sorry, old sport. Must be exhausted from all that running downhill. Now that Siegbräu he gave us was his own unique concoction of ale, which if we consume it restores our HP a little bit, but it's actually more useful to give it to those pumper crows and get a new piece of armor. Now talking to the fatty boy gives us two new gestures, sleep and the toast one. And there we have it. Hope you enjoyed part 5. Catch you guys later.